whatever you might be doing. We wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. The Silverlight shines to illuminate that which lies hidden in darkness. For those of you tuning in today, we welcome you in. I just had the pleasure of finishing my taxes. And to be honest, it's one of the places I can honestly say having a computer assist you does not make it better. Many years ago, my grade 10 teacher, he was just frustrated because I didn't like math. I didn't like him. Now, it wasn't personal, I just didn't like his teaching style. Anyway, so he made me a deal that I would pass grade 10 advanced math under the condition I would never take math again. He thought he was punishing me. The joke is, I wound up benefiting from it. I took grade 11 general math, which in our school, you know what we did all year? We learned to do tax refunds. So you hand me all those papers, those arcane forms, their various colors, all that sort of thing. It's kind of my home environment. I never tried to make it as an accountant or a bookkeeper or one of those shoebox advisors. Shoebox advisor is what they call a person who, since you're a small business, you put all your receipts in a shoebox, and some poor sucker has to go through and figure out what belongs to what time, and generate your income statements to send to the government. Capable of it? Yes. But for my own personal benefit, it was good that I learned how to do taxes. Now this year, as I was anticipating, my taxes are better. But I don't even mind paying the taxes that I paid. Do you know why? I like having roads. I like having schools that my kids and my friends' kids can go to. And one day, when we're all old, I'll still enjoy having a place that kids can go to. Road maintenance, big one. I'm sure we can all appreciate the value of road maintenance, especially towards the winter months, at least for those of us in the north, where snow can come at any time. Some years, like this year, we only had 3 real days of snow. I don't know what to call today. Snow was there, but it evaporated when I opened my eyes. All those municipal and provincial/state service and federal services that we just need to appreciate. Having the military. I'm an idealist. I'm a pacifist. But even though I will rarely strike the first blow unless you're coming at me like some sort of psycho, and as much as I want to keep the peace, I'm not dumb enough to think if I'm peaceful, everybody else in the world is magically going to become some sort of guitar strumming hippie saying, kumbaya. That's not the way the world works. So I appreciate a few of my dollars go to fund the men and women who did the job I used to in a way that I could never do it now. Yeah, I know technology and tactics change. But when I'm going through this thing and filling things out, it starts asking me, what province/state did you start 2023 in? I respond. It asks, did you move out of said province or state? No. Where did you end 2023 in province or state? Same province, same answer to all 3. Then it jumps asking if I want a northern residence tax, which is northern residence credit on the tax. I didn't leave where I am. I don't deserve whatever they're getting for living up there. So like I said, it's one place where I think they've overcomplicated it. Now the problem is when you're building a tax program, you can't really go for the lowest common denominator. Because there's so many situations, like I said, I could fill out your taxes in 20 minutes and during half that time I'm going to be drinking a beverage and talking to you. Because there are little exceptions and little things like that, and it's fantastic. Some people know that. I don't need to know it. I just need to know line 223 needs to be matched with whatever. And my life is good, and my life is happy. Actually, last year I did some calculations wrong, and I still owe about $1,000, but I'm going to clear a lot of that very shortly. But that was less easy than I thought it would be. They said, "Do you want to put this aside for your taxes that have not been paid?" Yeah, or do you want us to email it to you, direct deposit, whatever you want to call it? Well, yeah, I would rather they put it towards YOLF. That was my plan. Then it says, well, if you put it here, we'll hold it in a special account until 2025. No, I don't want that at all. I want it to come out now, whether it's mine or whether it's yours. Let's do this. What was the other? Okay. Have you been paying installments towards your tax? I'm looking at this thing left ways, sideways, and there's no real help button to speak of. So, okay, I put it in, and my return suddenly explodes, and I know there's something wrong there. And I go back and I read it and reread it, and I just say, nah, forget it. Because one thing I've learned over the many years is the sooner you do your tax return, um, the quicker the people in the office are going to go through it themselves and see that, oh, look, this dummy Silverlight filled out the wrong form. They'll correct it for you. This is why I'm not afraid of making a mistake. They'll fix it. And believe me, they're very good at what they do. So when people are trying to fill out these tax returns, they're sweating, they're shaking, and worried about if a penny's off the wrong space. Do not worry. Rule number one, don't be late. Late, they get a little more grumpy because everybody tries to shove in their tax return right at the last minute. Yeah, I get it. When you come into work one day, and even though it's one day a year, everybody and their brother and their sister and their cousin and their father and their mother sends all their paperwork in at once. Yeah, they're not going to be very happy. But right now, they're still looking for things to do. Some people, like myself, and some businesses file early. That's great. It's it's a way to work themselves up to work to where the point they're going at full swing. So it's best to send in your tax refund a little early, a couple weeks early. That way, they're not catching it right at the peak of the season, and they'll do their best to find everything. Honestly, I have gotten more money back than I have spent on them through my years, just simply because I send it in. And I think there's almost like a credit system where, like, this guy's been a good guy for a whole lot of years. We have this, you know, STL tax refund. I'll just include it in there. I can't prove that, but it seems to work that way. Taxes are one of the things nobody really loves, but they're one of the things we have to do. Again, roads, plumbing. You like being able to yank the chain on your toilet and have it go somewhere other than your backyard? Yeah, you better be investing in your local government. Now, I respect that the libertarians think we should have contracts for every service, we should be negotiating ourselves, and we shouldn't be subject to government regulation. That's awfully like another group. The American nationals, the sovereign citizens, anything like that. You put them side by side and they start to really sound the same. Except I think the libertarians do less damage to the people around them than the state nationals or whatever they're calling themselves this week. That would be an interesting debate to get into somebody, but yeah, personally, I like having the freedom to choose, but at the same token, just not having to worry about it is a benefit. And for us, sewers and pipes and stuff like that is mostly taken care of. The thing I don't like about our system in this area, the government actually owns the power generating company. The delivery is outsourced to you. So the power lines that are feeding my house are owned by a private entity that does nothing than look at my meter and say, you owe X. They don't generate the electricity. They they don't stand into the nuclear reactors. They don't go near the coal-fired or the natural gas-fired or whatever brilliant idea that they've come up with today for generating power. No, they don't do any of that. They're the ultimate middlemen. They make money and we all suffer. So again, this is why I like paying my taxes. Most of them go to a good cause. Not all of them. That's just the way things are. So with that, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Silverlight Show. If you did, please like, share. Don't forget to share because sharing is caring. If you've subscribed already, fantastic. If you haven't, please do. We always like to see new people on the channel. And don't forget to click the notification button down below so that way you can be informed every time we release a new episode. We hope you have a fantastic day.